All right, good morning. And it is, what time is it? It's probably going on nearly 7 o'clock on a Saturday morning. And I find myself in my posh hotel hotel room. This is just nothing more than than an apartment. It's in an apartment building, and this company, the Bliss Hotel, they've got about 40 apartments that they rent as hotel rooms, and it's all right. It's not it's not anything to jump on YouTube and scream about, but it's okay. It's better than where I was staying, and that's fine, and it's not in too bad of an area. But I made an interesting decision area. But I made an interesting decision yesterday, and I don't know, I don't know how I came to this decision, but I just made the decision and just be done with it, because I was just going back and forth on, do I go to Krakow, and do I go, do I rent a car, do I do, all this different stuff. And last night I just wanted to be done with it, and I went online, and sometimes I'll surf Airbnb, and I'll surf Airbnb and look, for different places, and what's the price range, what's the availability, that type of thing. And for whatever reason, I booked a place in Zagreb. I'm going to I'm going to Zagreb. I'm leaving here tomorrow morning, probably about 7:30, 8 o'clock, and gonna get on a bus that'll take me to Zagreb. And I rented a nice little apartment down in Zagreb for it cost me about $250 for the week, which comes out to be about $35 a day. But it's looks like it's a nice apartment. It got great reviews. It's right close to a supermarket, and Zagreb's supposed to be a nice city. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to go stay in Zagreb for the better part of the week. And part of it had to do with like the video title said, the comfort zone. It's always nice to go back to the places. It's comfortable, to go back to the places that you're familiar with. We're creatures of habit. We always go back to the same place over and over. And, hence here I am in Budapest and going to Krakow and, what have you. And I always go to when I come to Europe, for the most part, I go to the same places. Albeit sometimes the same places or the same countries, like Italy, Austria, Germany, what have you. But I need to venture out a little bit and get out of my comfort zone, and that would include going to Spain and Portugal as well. I'll admit that some of the thought process of going to Spain and Portugal, not as much Portugal. I have this perception of Portugal as just kind of a nice little place where nothing bad happens. And that may or may not be true, but anyway, Spain, I think Spain is a different matter. Where I'm sure that there are certain areas in Spain where you got to be more careful than others. But anyway, so I'm going to Zagreb, and that's it. And then what else is on my mind? I keep not toying with the idea, but keep thinking about the idea of, just traveling alone, and whether it was, whether it's really all that it's cracked up to be. I mean, it's nice. It's nice having the freedom to travel. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to be able to pick up and travel the world and all that type of stuff. But like, as for example, last night going out for dinner, going out by yourself for dinner and doing all this stuff by yourself. It's a it's not always the greatest. You know, you have your ups and downs, and it certainly would be better sharing it with somebody. You know, I find myself thinking back to the summer trip that I had with Yane today, and Yane is probably Yane is probably one of the best, if not the best, girlfriends that I ever had. She is what a little spitfire, what a little spitfire Yane is, and you know, I can't say that there aren't moments that I regret that her and I aren't together. But you know, it's such is life. But anyway, so the what else is on my mind? The video. I did a video of the Parliament, and for those of you that follow along and care, you know, I tried to put a little bit. The Parliament's a very special building, and I wanted to try and play around a little bit with this new software that I've got. All the videos that I did before, I used what was called Adobe Premiere Elements, which is kind of like the elementary version of the professional software. Well, I bought a subscription to the professional software some time back, and I'm still learning it. It's got quite a learning curve to it. So I'm still learning the software, but I was kind of playing around with the professional software in the Parliament thing, and I was you know, like overlaying narration, like the first all the exterior shots of the Parliament. I have this microphone. Remember that microphone that I bought? I was doing a voiceover with that microphone, and reading Wikipedia. You know, just go there and read Wikipedia and just do a voiceover of some nice shots. And so anyway, I was doing the voiceover with the new microphone and using Wikipedia. And then, you know, I noticed that as I was walking through and up and down the stairs of the Parliament and everything, you could hear my breathing, which just sounds terrible. So in Adobe in Adobe Premiere, the software, you have the ability to selectively raise and lower the volume on the audio as the video is playing. So I found myself going through and you know, wherever there was the heavy breathing. And I don't want Skip Smith getting all excited, you know, when he's watching my videos and he's hearing this heavy breathing. But but anyway, that's my attempt at being funny. But you were able to. I was able to selectively lower and you know, manipulate the volume, and then it also gives you the ability to import music. So I didn't want to have this video where you just have, you know, I'm walking through this building and the volume is muted and there's no narration, there's no anything. So I brought in some music. And YouTube provides you with a whole bunch of what's called royalty-free music, and it just basically means that you can any acknowledgement of the author of the music or what have you. So that came out, and then of course with the 4K video. So that was it came out all in all pretty good. I think it took a while to upload, but all in all the video came out. Video came out pretty good. I would have to say I was pleased with it. Who knows how you know, it's the Parliament is one of the top 10 rated tours of top 10 rated tours on TripAdvisor in the world, and one of the top 5 in Europe. I don't know what the other 4 are. Maybe somebody can Google that and find out, you know, top TripAdvisor tours or something like that, but and put it in the comments. But anyway, so the video came out well. So today it's a bit of work and a bit of fun. I'm going to yeah, I've done this before. I've done the video of the Great Market Hall Experience. You know, I've done that before. I haven't done it in 4K, before, but I think I'm going to take a trip. Today is I don't know if today's my last day in Budapest. I may be back, but I'll probably be back here. But nonetheless, I always like to take a trip to the market when I'm in Budapest. So I'm going to go take a trip to the market and bring you along, and bring you along in the sense that if you were to look at a map of Budapest, I am in Octagon. I'm in right on the main ring in Budapest called Octagon, or called the Karut, but Octagon is the location on the Karut where my hotel is near. And so I'm going to go jump on the, who's leaving a comment here? So I'm going to go jump on the, when do you plan to go to Fort Myers? I don't know when I plan to go to Fort Myers, but let's see if I can see the, greetings from Okinawa. When do you plan on going back to Fort Myers? I don't have a plan on going back to Fort Myers. I could be back in Fort Myers next week after Zagreb, or I could be back in Fort Myers next April or something. I don't have a plan. My objective is to try to stay in Europe to tour some of the Christmas markets. That's my goal. But that's still another 3 or 4 weeks away. And I may get itchy to get back to Fort Myers for a bit, because I'm planning to go down under like January, February, March. So it might be nice to go back home and kind of settle in and catch up on some business and stuff like that for several weeks before going down under. But we will see. Anyway. Wish I was in Europe. I'm in Japan at the moment. All right. Well, enjoy Japan. Don't go to that forest where everybody kills themselves. Isn't there like a suicide forest or something in Japan where people go and kill themselves or something like that? But I don't know. Anyway, that's enough. Enough for the day. Anyway, have a great day. Okay. All right. Take care.